How do you feel about this kind of flying under the radar? We've got B-2 bombers flying over Venezuela. We're blowing boats out of the water.
How under the radar is it when we're blowing up boats in the international waters?
It's not under the radar. It's just like nobody's really talking about it.
It doesn't seem like the highest priority of the nation, I would say. And usually when we're in the middle of what seems to be a conflict, by the way, the only way we'd be able to do this legally is by basically saying we are in some sort of conflict with them, right? Like we have to. I mean, Andy McCarthy had a long write-up of this that I read a couple weeks ago, and when it comes down to justifying a strike like this, you have to be able to essentially say that we are in some sort of conflict. You don't just do that typically. Now, the question is, of course, are we in
the
that
war on drugs?
Right. He broke it down like the
war on terror.
He might be worth explaining this at some point. Yeah. Andy is, but he's concerned about what's the process to get to the decision. Not of course whether we want drug dealers here, and nobody wants that. But there is a legal process that has to happen, and it does seem like it's also escalating beyond just the cartel situation.
Well,
remember too, Trump's first term.
Tried to get Maduro.
We tried to get Maduro out very clearly. The Peace Prize winner, right, is someone from Venezuela who dedicated her award to Donald Trump, knowing that Trump has fought really hard for the people of Venezuela. Whether you agree with what he's doing or not, he does really care about the situation.
He also knows something, and I'm not surprised the press isn't talking about Margarita Island, but I think that's one of the main reasons why he's.
You're talking about Margaritaville?
No, Margarita Island.
Okay.
No, it's just off the coast of Venezuela. It is run by Maduro, and
Jimmy Buffett.
And no, Jimmy Buffett has nothing to do with it.
Not involved?
No, not involved at all.
Okay.
The Iranians have a lot to do with it. It's a Hezbollah Hamas training island. And Maduro has been sending Venezuelans and gangs to that island, just off their coast, to train for terrorist activities. They train there, and then they fly over to Iran to finish their training. They come back to Venezuela, and then they're unleashed wherever Maduro wants them unleashed. So there is actually a terrorist camp that is part of this. And we've been talking about it, on my show, television, I don't even know, 5 years, 6 years. We found this out and kind of been wondering, why are we not going after this? Why are we not at least talking about this terror island? You're looking it up right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm looking at it just like how, first of all, very close to the coast. But you look at the islands that are around it are like massive vacation destinations like Aruba and,
That's not.
What's that?
Margarita Island is not a vacation destination.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Don't go there.
It's fascinating. Like you book a trip to Barbados, and you're couple hundred miles away from
terrorist island.
From a terrorist island.
Yeah. Did you even know that?
No, I didn't.
I mean that's Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iran in bed with Maduro, and I'm convinced that this is one of the main things that he's going for. I mean. Yes, he is. This is Trendiagua or whatever the hell that thing was. That's part of this. The unleashing of the prisons, that's also part of this. I mean, this is Maduro trying to unleash, along with the Iranians, unleash chaos on our streets. And I don't know why we don't talk about it, because I think that's a better case than that's a cigar boat that has drugs in it.
Yeah, that seems like it. What's your feeling on the drug boat thing? Have you spent a lot of time thinking this one out? It is interesting.
I know as an American I should.
Yeah,
I haven't.
It's it's
that's what I meant by flying under the radar.
Yeah, it's sort of commentary on what you were just saying. Like it's not. It has flown under the radar, I think, for a lot of people, mainly because I think we all recognize there's a real problem with obviously not just illegal immigration. We always summarize it as illegal immigration, but these are people oftentimes that are criminals, drug dealers, gang members that are coming across the border and committing
terrorists.
Crimes. Right.
terrorists.
It's not just the mom who's trying to get a job
Correct.
here that's better for her, children. That's a separate economic issues associated with that. But when you talk about drugs coming in, first of all, this is something Trump has been really clear about, does not want this going on. And I think the means, the ends are there for sure. The means, I guess, are the question. And, what's interesting about this is you feel like it's all about a message being sent, right? There's no reason why, in theory, we could not just stop these vessels. We could get the Coast Guard over there. We could get the Navy. There's all sorts of different things we could do to stop these boats. We're blowing them up and telling everybody about it for a reason. And I think quite clearly this has caused a maritime decrease in traffic, if you will, from Venezuela to here. I mean, this is seemingly working quite well. The question is, process-wise, is it aligning with what we should be doing?
So here's my guess, because you know how much Trump hates war. He hates war.
Mm-hmm.
He'll use military force, but he likes to use quick strikes, just get it done.
Yep.
Okay. And he likes overwhelming force.
Mm-hmm.
So
in public, he likes people.
Yeah, he likes people seeing it because
Mm-hmm.
he's sending a message not just to Venezuela, he's sending it to the whole world. And after this last week, where he has walked around like the victor of the world and all of the other nations coming to him and bowing knee and going, okay, yeah, thank you. We're good. We're good. He's sending a message to 3 countries, I think. He's sending a message to Iran, which is tied right directly to Russia, and also Venezuela, which is also tied to China and Iran.
Mm.
And I think he wants this week, especially, to be a week that Maduro goes, things might be changing. I don't know if this is the right. And I think he's just using very strong images and power. He's using it the right way to say, back off, buddy. Don't do it right now. And also, I don't like this, sending the CIA in. I just don't trust the CIA in anything anymore.
Because that's a new development as of the last 24 hours that we found out about it, right?
Yeah.
Can you explain that further? What are we doing there? Like,
don't really know. Trying to go after the drug lords is what we're saying, but this also kind of is what we do with regime change,
And we've attempted literal regime change with this country.
Correct.
With not that long ago.
I mean, he's a bad guy. I mean, he is he is a drug lord. Maduro has become, he was this bus driver. He's now the head of a drug crime syndicate called the Sun or something like that. So, I mean, he's actually a drug lord himself now. So he's not the sweet little bus driver he used to be. And
moving on up.
And making friends with all of the wrong people, at least in our hemisphere.
Let me ask you this. If you were a Venezuelan citizen, would you take a boat outside of your territorial waters for any reason?
I wouldn't put a boat in my bathtub.
Yeah, they really need to come up with a new way to get their drugs here. I think that's been probably a big focus of these networks right now, because it's difficult to do by land.
This is kind of what I expected him to do in Mexico. And that might be another thing. If he's going after the drug lords, if you start to see these drug lords just show up dead, he's sending that message to Mexico. I'll do it. I'll do it. You're not safe wherever you are. And it might have been easier for him to do it in Venezuela, or so he thinks, than in Mexico. And so he's sending that message, because the drug lords in Mexico are sending big messages to him.
Yeah, I mean, they're putting bounties on ICE members.
Up to $50,000. You kill a certain, rank of ICE or politician, and they'll give you $50,000. I mean, this is the Wild West. When it comes to these drug runners and these cartels, it's become the Wild West. And I think that plays a role.